where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this guppies and rebel now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and rebel now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and rebel now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. December. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday. Man, y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new. And if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. And what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional try on hauls. And y'all know we got Music Monday. But tonight is Sold Out where we're talking that sneaker talk, man. Definitely got a lot that I want to cover tonight. So I'm trying to start extremely on time and stay within that hour mark. If you want to sign up for that Sold Out Discord, the link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it is free to sign up. Or, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section. You name it. Y'all know I've been keeping up with the playoffs, man. But anyway, man, that hasn't been super entertaining. It's just kind of something I've been having on in the background. So if OKC take it, which I saw they took it yesterday, we'll see how it goes, because right now it is a very fairly interesting playoff game. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes for sure. But other than that, man, tonight's topic. I want to get the introduce. I see y'all in the chat, man. I'm about to get to the chat in just a second. But it looks like Urban Necessities is facing some more allegations as far as like their consignment that they do, which we've covered this time and time again. Again, I want to say this too before I get any further. This whole live is opinionated based and loosely based on just what I find on just general research here. I don't know anything. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. This is all alleged and slightly loosely based on opinions. And that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know for sure. I'm not there. I'm not saying this is it and blah, 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 blah. No. I'm just reading back and I'm giving a little commentary on it, man. I just want to say that for legal purposes. But Urban Necessities is facing allegations more. We got the Trump tariffs raises the cost in China. So we're going to be covering that a little bit as we see how it is, because I do have to talk a little bit of tariff talk. That's just a part of the game now, man. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not or pretend like it's not. So, I mean, it is what it is, but the tariffs are raising the production cost in China. So, apparently, from what I got from that, they were already going to do that before we had the tariffs to begin with. But I guess this taxing and then raising the price on their end are totally apples and oranges, if you ask me. So, we're going to give an update on that. I'll try to save that towards the end of the live, and then salutes to Manny with the kicks, but he posted this in the Sold Out Discord, shameless plug again, that Brendan Dunne apparently is about to leave Complex after being there for 11 years, which apparently by the time that I'm going live right now, he's already left. So I'm going to start with that because he's made 2 posts on his Twitter/X account and Instagram account. I'm going to start there. Then we're going to cover the Urban Necessity story, and then we'll move on to the tariff talk just to close out the live. So pretty much, as y'all coming in out, smash that like button. Really means a lot to the kid, and of course, sub up if you haven't done so already. Let's see who all we got in the chat real quick, and then we'll get the party started. Appreciate y'all for being active in the chat too, man. It really helps the live move a whole lot smoother, man. Let's see, we got No Hype in the building, says salute. He said he's tired, and just lounging. Okay, honestly, dog, that's what I kind of did too, man. I took a break today. Like, I mean, yeah, I still put out content and I still did what I had to do, but overall, man, I just like, it's calming, man. I just wanted to relax, like the quiet before the storm, man. I feel like this probably will be the most I've probably done all day. I did do some other stuff, but I mean, like, I don't even think I've left the house yet today, man. So I don't know. I just really just needed to relax. And sometimes you just got to regroup and get yourself back, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had a very, very busy week, and I know next week is about to be hell at work. You know what I mean? Because we got stuff going on. But, yeah, that just come with the game. Y'all also let me know if visual and audio is okay. It's looking good on my end, but I just want to verify with you guys as well. Where we at real quick? We got Salute Polo in the chat from Divine Photos. Appreciate that. What up, Divine? Let's see. Devon says, chilling my guy at No Hype with the salute. Let's see. Kwame says, yo, what up, Kwame? What up? What up? What up? No Hype says, Kwame, salute. Kwame says, finally a night off. They can a few bartenders, so it's been crazy. Okay. Wow. They can a few bartenders. That means they got fired? Oh, wow. I'm assuming, right? You said they can a few bartenders, so it's been crazy. So you've been a busy man. Got it. Long Beach says, salute and respect to Polo in the chat. What up, Long Beach? What up? What up? He said, let's get it. What up? What up? No Hype says 100 with the thumbs up. And Devon says, what up, Kwame? Yeah, what up, Kwame, man? You've been missing some of the Goodfellas meetings, homie, but it's all love. You know what I mean? No hate or anything like that, but just glad to see you still supporting the content, man. It really means a lot. So let's start with the Brandon Dunne situation, too, because I really want to get started on this one. Let's see, where we at? No Hype says Long Beach, salute. No, yep, we got that one. Kwame says, what's good? No Hype and Devon. That's what's up. Everybody just showing love, and I feel like that's the best thing about this community, man. We all respect each other over here at the end of the day, man, because we all got, we share common interests. But anyway, man, I think I'm going to start with the Brandon Dunne story real quick. Just kind of threw me off. Now, I didn't see this on Complex. I did see this come from Manny with the Kicks, so salutes to Manny with the Kicks right here. Sharing my screen. Boom, you guys should be sharing my screen, or should be seeing my screen right here. So, Brandon Dunne. You remember we had that, what's that show with, it was Trinidad James, which I see him in the Complex, and I see he was at Complex too, but it was him, Matt Walty, and I think Brandon Dunne had that show where it's Full Size Run. There we go, I had to talk it up, but yeah, he, to believe it or not, man, I like this guy. He actually writes some very, very good articles over there that's helped us through a lot of lives, you know what I mean? In Full Size Run, he had his own personality over there. They all did, Matt Walty and Trinidad James. I think that's what I liked about Full Size Run, is that they pretty much had their own, like, each individual take on everything, and nobody really just was, like, going crazy over who liked what or what, what was the best. So I do miss that show somewhat, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. They brought it on the main page of Complex, and I don't know what happened with it, man. They just kind of faded out. I know they ended the season, I know that, but now we got Brandon Dunne, who's been there. So I'm going to read what he quote here, and I'll read through some of the comments on this one. I want to just give him his flowers per se as he's rocking these Air Max 95s. I think they're pretty clean. Where we at real quick? Let's see. Where we at? Long Beach says salute. Or No Hype says Long Beach salute. Devon says, Kwame, what up? Slayer says, yo, Sneaker Squad 100. Devon says, Long Beach, salute. No Hype says, damn, and never forgot bars for feet. I'm going to be nice about it, No Hype. Hey, I'm going to be nice. I think it's the lens and the angle and the way the picture is taken. I'm not going to say. Hey, homie feet, pause. Pause on this. But his shoe size, bro, and I know everybody got a rebuttal for this, but I will say his shoe size compared to the rest of his body is like his whole, shoe is like the size of his whole body. I wasn't going to say anything, but since you opened the door, hey, I noticed it. Them joints, them gotta be like a size. Somebody in the comments in this post got to say something. That's why I want to read through it. Because that's got to be like size 15, bro. Long Beach says, is he wearing size 22 shoes? Bro, here I am trying to get this man his flowers. Y'all got Hey, look. Hey, I'm gonna run it back. Look, I'm gonna say it's the angle that they took the picture, but like, bro, I think it's the camera angle, bro. I think it's the camera angle. Hey, I was not ready for this. He says, "Hey, Devon says the camera angle didn't do him any justice." Yeah, and that's why I always say that, like, on whenever I'm shooting content or just going live in general, bro. I'm gonna be 100. Like, when I watch some of my shit back, sometimes I'm like, bro, this. I say, I hope the camera's doing this. I hope the camera's doing this some type of justice, because like sometimes even with the lighting, you can have everything perfect and go off the settings of what everything I've been taught, and it can still, like, you know what I'm saying, not work in your favor. But yeah, these are not. That ain't no size. I know what size they're not. They can't be a size 12 and under, dog. They can't. That's got to be at least a 14 and up. For real, bro. And they did do extended sizes on these joints, because wasn't these a women exclusive, but they did extend their sizes? Yeah, he got the big size. Pause. Slayer says Shaq size. Hey, y'all wild, bro. Kwame says, oh, wow, they look like clown shoes. Bro, I'm going to just say this. It's the angle. The angle, bro. No hype. I blame you, because you're the first one to call this out. I'm sorry for laughing, everybody, man. I'm sorry. But again, I did, like, even when I had pulled this up when I was prepping for the live, I was like, damn, you know, but I kept it moving. I like, literally, like, whatever, you know. I immediately, like, it got to be the angle. You know what I'm saying? But now that we on it, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. No, how it says straight motorhomes. Hey, man, we are. It's all good to laugh sometimes. I'm pretty sure this is not the first time he's been called out for this. Man, I needed that laugh. The Bond Photo says, when I go on panels, I be watching back and be like, yo, why I sound like that? Yeah, this is me too. And fun fact, off mode but on mode too. Just to give my thoughts on that, Divine. My thing is too, like, whenever I watch myself on a playback of anything, how I hear myself and how somebody else hears me, totally apples and oranges. Like, I never knew, like, what I think I sound like what I'm hearing right now, I can't tell until I watch myself on playback, or, you know, listen to something, like, I'm like, yo, I sound like that? Like, I don't think I sound like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, we can't help how we sound sometimes, man. You know what I mean? But let me read what he put here. Brandon Dunne salutes. Definitely still respect him for, you know, his dedication to what he's given to the sneaker culture. So he says, decided 2 weeks back that after almost 11 years and that it was time to leave Complex. Today was my last day at the company. If you supported anything we worked on, please know that I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure. Sneaker Man activities will resume at the big new job I'm starting next month. I'm very curious where he's going on to. So he's still going to be talking sneaker stuff and still be working with sneakers, but I guess it will no longer be with Complex. So very interesting. I'm very curious where it will be. And looks like we got some of his homies on here, like Joe LaPuma has come in on here. He says HOF. So that's Joe LaPuma. You know, he does the host for pretty much the sneaker shopping joint. So a lot of people have shown love here. He says, what's happening with the pod? I look forward to, oh yeah, because that's right. That's another thing too. Because Brandon Dunne does that, they do a podcast every Friday, if I'm not mistaken. They dropped that joint with him, Matt Walty, and then Joe LaPuma. So he worked a lot of positions at Complex, man. He says it'll just be Joe LaPuma and Walty now. So I mean, there'll probably be some more people. Trinidad James gave him whatever these emojis is, with a shaking hands and I guess dancing. And then looks like right here it says, have you ever resold sneakers? Heck of a decade. That came from Mark Welty. Best to ever do it. Yeah, a lot of people are just showing him love, and you got to just give him respect where respect is due. Congrats on the amazing. I'm trying to see if anybody said anything. We got Legends, so he's getting nothing but positive comments, man. I'm going to leave it right there. I was going to see if anybody was going to say anything about the sneakers or the picture angle, but Z Sneakerheads is commenting on here. So he's gotten a lot of love, man. And you got to respect it at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And this is what he also posted on Twitter/X. Same thing. So pretty much, as you can see, even Sneaker Fetish has said his own 2 cents on here. No shots or anything like that, but obviously everybody's trying to give him respect and show how much they really like look up to him. So kudos on the new job. I'm very curious where the new job is. So big things to come. No pun intended here at the shoes, but obviously he's moving on to something what he appears is better. I mean, 11 years at one job, man, it's still a long time, and he's definitely done his due diligence of doing his research and being a part of the sneaker culture, man. So I really respect it. So we're about to get ready to move on to the Urban Necessities story that's kind of floating around here. So what's happening at Urban Necessities? I want to make sure we're staying on track here and on time, but salutes to Brandon Dunne. Like I said, he's had some great articles that were super amazing, and all the shows I have watched him on, like the Full Size Run or the podcast with him and Joe LaPuma, you know, those were awesome. You know what I'm saying? And his articles have always been awesome. I like the way he writes things. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get ready to transition on to the Urban Necessities situation. Now, this one right here, I'm gonna break it down and try to be respectful, but what I kind of glanced at the footnotes here that we got in green, the quick facts, and I'm not surprised at all to see this at all. I just want to throw this out there. So this was published June 13th, which was pretty much yesterday. So I don't know if you guys noticed, you know, yesterday technically was considered Friday the 13th. You know what I mean? Off mode, but on mode for the people who believe in the superstitions and all that. You know what I mean? I'm like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? But, yeah, so we're going to get the party started here. Let me touch the chat, see what's going on, making sure I'm staying active on that. Where we at real quick, Slayer says he couldn't have picked a better pick. I mean, to be honest, given his personality, he probably knew, like, yep, this is the one I want. No High says, I don't know what's bigger, his mustache or his feet. Man, y'all going in on homie, man. Where we at? Devon says, not gonna lie, the Complex Sneaker Show should let battle rapper / wild out dude conceded to be their permanent co-host. I mean, they're definitely probably got some people in mind for sure. I would assume, I would hope. Let's see. No Hype says, I'm going to go in the comments and say something about the dogs. Hey, you not letting up on this dude size 15, bro. You not letting up. Slayer says, will the real Bigfoot please stand up? Hey, y'all wildin', man. I ain't even got it on the screen, though, boy. I'm not putting it back on the screen, bro. Maybe towards the end of the live, man. Maybe. But let's talk this Urban Necessities situation real quick. So, real quick, as you can see, it says what's happening with Urban Necessities, and this was published June 13th. Here are the quick facts real quick, and don't be surprised if it feels like we've covered this before. We have, you know what I mean? And I don't want to take shots at, you know, Urban Necessities or anybody like that, but I mean, at the same time, this is about how this is considered one of the biggest resale shops that we've seen, right? We've seen him where he's had a pop-up shop in New York, and we saw what happened to that, you know what I'm saying? Because it was inside of American Eagle. That don't exist anymore. Then, if I'm not mistaken, he has 2 locations in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. And he has this is more the bigger one, the main store. And that last time we saw where he was trying to do some stuff overseas. But this is my thing, bro. At the end of the day, people will eventually question where you're getting the product from. You know what I'm saying? And if this is all about consignment, if you got people willing to consign with you, basically what that means is, right? Because we've seen where this all changed over time too, because it's not just him. A lot of them were doing it. Like, even if you think of, if you think of some of your other major resales, like the one I'm trying to think of real quick that also had like a similar story to this, where they're doing consignment, but you know, they don't just let the shoes sit there anymore. So a lot of fees and stuff have come into doing consignment. Now, for the people who don't know what consignment is where you pretty much either come in and consign your shoe with them, or you can ship it to them. I don't know if they're still doing it, but I have their website right up on this as well. Because if you think about it, some of the major other resellers have done this too. And I want to say, I got to look this up because it's going to bother me real quick. Because I know it's like, I know they're like kind of equivalent to Go, but I mean, a lot of people don't really shop over there like they used to. But it's in New York. Hold on. Let me see this joint. Hold on. Sneaker resale shop. I gotta look this up real quick, or it's gonna bother me because I know which one I'm looking for, but I just can't think of it. Let me see, because it's not GOAT or anything. Because I know GOAT's partnered with what's that joint? Hold on, real quick, because I gotta look this up. Not Flight Club, not Flight Club, not Flight Club. It's the other joint. I'm gonna look up Flight Club, and it should like recommend other ones that are similar to Flight Club too, or Google used to. I can't think of the joint at all, and the reason it's probably struggling because we don't really shop over there like that. There you go, Stadium Goods. Appreciate it, Long Beach. There you go, Stadium Goods, Stadium Goods. But same scenario here. They have done similar situations, right, where they do consignment, and then people have. I'm not saying they had any negative feedback, but they usually charge like a holding fee and all this stuff. So my thing is this, for the people who don't know what consignment is where if you are consider yourself like a reseller, you are trying to sell your stuff, but they don't, like, if your stuff don't sell within X amount of time, I think they charge like a stocking fee. But let me share my screen again. Boom. Appreciate the assist on that, Long Beach, as well. But here are the quick facts real quick. It says Urban Necessities is facing allegations of not paying consignees. So these are people that have product there, it's sold, and whenever the product sells, you're supposed to get paid in X amount of days, which I'm almost positive they have it up on their website, which you see I do have that up there. Another shop that's kind of been under the radar that we don't really talk about anymore, but this kind of happened, a couple years ago, and ironically, these guys were buddies, and I'm talking Band LA, and this is why you see I got this other tab up here too, and I don't want to sound like I'm picking on these guys, but this is when we had Dunks on a live, and we streamed this, This was, 2 years ago, bro, so if we look at the exact year, this was in 2023, you know what I'm saying? This should have let you know right then and there, you know what I'm saying? Sorry to have us probably the screen pause on the most random thing here, but yeah, if you think about it, me and Dunkstem had already kind of like pointed this out a minute ago. Didn't mean to actually start that, but yeah, me and Dunkstem had pointed this out a while ago, you know what I mean? So either way, it is just like, yo, my family used to say this, and I'm not saying anything bad or negative, but the saying is very simple. Birds of a feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm not surprised. All right, so next quick fact, it says users on social media are claiming the company is not responding to their emails and messages. Some have claimed they have had to wait months before receiving money for products that sold. And the last bullet, it says, as of now, Urban Necessity has not provided a comment on these allegations. You know what I'm saying? This is the guy that said he was straight up. He said no one bats 1,000. This is the guy that said that, you know what I mean? He's never going to try to get over on anybody. And he may not. And maybe he's just behind. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here and bash it and say that, this guy's holding it. But what doesn't look good is, this is why, to be 100, this is why it's not always good to put your lifestyle on social media. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the one thing about social media. It's a gift and a curse too. But you put your lifestyle up there like you got it, and you shouldn't be having no problem doing this. But at the same time, we don't know what could be going on behind this. But these numbers right here do not sound good or look good. I'm just glancing at it. I hadn't even read the article, man. Let me touch the chat real quick. Make sure I'm all up on this one. No Hype's laughing. Long Beach says, it's getting spooky for Urban Necessities. There's a lot of stuff going on surrounding them. Yeah, and it's been kind of mumble and jumble for years. I'm pretty sure if I Googled a lot, I've covered some stuff on them before where they got caught lacking. You know what I'm saying? This is just another, I guess you could say, a thing to attach to the top of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, okay, cool. We keep going on this. And this just shows you with these resale stuffs, man. I never understood how it was a major lucrative business to begin with. Like, I could see it, but as far as like a major storefront, like on the level that these guys are getting it, and we can even throw in other like resale companies in there too. Like, where y'all getting the overhead? Because the product and stuff y'all claiming, some of them they claim that they pay resale for. You know what I mean? $1 million buyouts and all that stuff. And I'm like, y'all really gonna recoup that back though? You know what I'm saying? It just food for thought. You know what I'm saying? But let me get the chat real quick. It says Long Beach says Flight Club, Stadium Goods. Appreciate the assist on that. It says, yep, Stadium Goods is still around, but they're not as popular as they were before, and their prices are higher than most resale shops by far. This is true. This is true. That's why, like, you know what I'm saying? Why do you think I struggle so much to remember them? You know what I'm saying? And somebody had asked me about stadium goods, I want to say roughly about 3 weeks to a month ago, but like, yo, are they legit? I'm like, they are, but, you know, as far as I know, but they be taxing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I said. And they were like, okay, cool, thank you. And we kept it moving. Let's see, Long Beach says talk that talk, nasty stuff. No one bats 1,000. Well, that's the quote him. I'm not gonna pull up his content or anything like that because homie also is known to, you know, take legal allegations. So again, I'm just reading what's already posted out here on Soul Retriever. I don't know what's what, but I know what has been put out there, and that ain't on me, you know. Russell Gray says, yeah, stadium goods prices are crazy high. Almost definitely, they be taxing. Let's see, we got Frankie Bang Bang in the building, says, yo ho boys. What up, Frankie? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all commenting out, man. It really means a lot to the kid. So let me get started on this article real quick because I do want to make sure we transition on the last part of it as well. Let's see, Urban Necessities, once regarded as one of the world's most potent sneaker consignment shops, is now facing a wave of public scrutiny. In recent weeks, a growing number of individuals across social media have accused the company of failing to pay out money owed to consignees. It says the company was founded in 2014 by Jay-Z Lopez. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Jay-Z, or no, I think I'm saying it right. Or maybe, because I forgot. Honestly, I haven't talked about his name. He goes by 2 J's, right? He goes by 2 J's. We'll just call it there. 2 J's is what I know him as. But yeah, that's what I know him as. My bad if I butchered his name. Says, who built the brand from scratch after experiencing homelessness, transforming it into a consignment powerhouse with nearly 21 million in sales by 2019 and even investment from American Eagle. Over time, Lopez stepped back from day-to-day operations, and the shoe surgeon, a renowned sneaker customizer, became part owner. Wow, now that I didn't know. I didn't know that the shoe surgeon actually is a part owner of Urban Necessities. I did not know that. Wow. Hey, reading is fundamental, everybody. I didn't know that. Now, y'all remember the shoe surgeon was facing some own lawsuits of himself, too, from what? Nike, if I'm not mistaken, and also from Goyard. Remember? That's the one thing about doing these lives and staying consistent and going live and doing your research. Think about that. That's just right off, you know what I mean? It's just, maybe I'm too in-depth into sneakers. But yeah, ironically, and it takes me back to the saying that I was just saying a few minutes ago. Birds of a feather flock together. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And the sad part is I was using this homie from Band LA as an example, and now we got the shoe surgeon wrapped up into this somehow. You know what I'm saying? But here's some posts that we've seen right here on some of the social medias right here. Looks like this is a person that says, sad business, Maine, is what they put up there right here. I don't know if I could biggie size this, but yeah, just reading that, and I know that was very small print, but that's what it says. And one person says, if you have shoes at Urban Necessities, go into the store and pull them out ASAP. So that's what I thought he would buy all those shoes and then resell them himself. But what consignment means, he takes them on, nobody gets paid until the shoe sells. It says, extremely long story short, if you have shoes at UN, which that's the abbreviation for Urban Necessities, you need to book a flight and go get them immediately. They are already giving people a hard time getting their shoes back. It says, shoe surgeon had been majority owner for around 2 years. 2 J's got squeezed out after a bad business deal. They are almost $3 million in the hole just to consignment. 2 J's and his wife have been out of UN for over a year. See, wow, I didn't know that. This comes from River City Souls. So apparently, shoe surgeon is majority owner now, and 2 J's and his wife are not really owners anymore, according to this post. So alleged and opinionated base. I didn't know this. Did anybody know this? I didn't know this. You know what I'm saying? Because they said, this is my thing, it's him. Like, yeah, I thought it was him. Jay-Z Lopez, you know what I'm saying? Jadisi or something like that. I forgot how you actually say his name. My bad if I'm butchering it though. But it says the core of the controversy centers around the allegations from consignees who claim they've sold items through Urban Necessities but have not received payment. Posts across Instagram, Facebook, and X show users claiming that they've been waiting weeks or even months for funds they are owed. Many also report that their attempt to contact the company via email have gone unanswered, leaving them frustrated and without clear recourse. And this is my thing. I've always stressed this about any business, not just picking on Urban Necessities here at this point, but reality is customer service has to be a part of your business. If you're going to be a businessman, if you're going to call yourself a business, legit business, you want respect. I'm a firm believer. Now, I will say this. I am not a firm believer in that saying where they say the customer is always right. I could do a live on that alone, but I'm not going to go there. But I am going to say this, customer service is important. You want to happy customers, and I realize you can't please everybody, but at the same time, in this type of business where we're doing resales and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You got people, think about this. This is my thing, and this is why I just sell the shoes myself and do what I got to do on eBay. But think about it. I don't ship the shoe until the person pays. But when that person pays, I feel obligated to get it out there as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? To get it to them ASAP. And it's the same here. If these people have shipped you the product to say that, hey, we're having a hard time selling this, but we can sell it with you guys. This is my thing. I don't understand it because we're going to go over Urban Necessities, like what they take in their percentage too. I think they actually have that up on their website. But it's my thing, dog. I don't see the point of consigning with somebody unless you got like a super duper hype shoe. Because think about it. Hey, Kate, we'll just say you got a super dope foam posite sneaker. It's already $250. Resale is on at $320. They put it in their store and sell it for what? They're not going to sell it for what the current market is, because now you got overhead. He got people to pay. So he's going to put it in his store for what? $450, right? I kid you not. This is just a rough estimate. I don't know for sure. But think about it. Now, by the time he gets his cut and his fees and it gets paid out to you, dog, you made like what? Keep in mind, you paid $250 for the shoe, shipping. Then you had to pay money to ship it to him too. Like, bro, what's the point? Return on your investment is what? $20, $30 at best. Unless you're selling like a Travis or something where, yeah, you're gonna see a couple hundred back. But I don't know. Me reselling, I never seen as like a major lucrative business. It is, and as a person who have sold quite a bit of his collection over the years, I'll say this: like, I can't even really say I made money. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, to be honest, yes, the people paid me. Yes, I got the product. At best, I would say maybe I broke even, or maybe come out with an extra few dollars. You know what I'm saying? Because think about this: with my shoes, when I sell them, they're already old. So at best, say like case in point, white cements. I paid what, $2 something for them even back then, or $190 plus tax back then, right? Which ultimately probably led to $200. Now I'm selling them for like, at best it may go for $100. I'm already in the hole. But I do get the $100, and then think about it, eBay got to take their cut too. You know what I'm saying? So really, I don't know. I don't know if I would want to do this all the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I do a sell every now and then, but nothing crazy. And even if you do it yourself and got your own website, websites aren't free. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay to maintain them. Even if you got a website built, and if you have it set up a certain way, you're going to have monthly fees on it. That's just a part of the game. Because I looked up setting up my own website, and I'm like, I'm not there yet, is what I told myself. You know what I mean? Where we at real quick, it says, while the total number of affected individuals is unclear, the number of people in the comment section in posting about it on social media points that being a large issue. Obviously, the sneaker resale market is not where it was years ago, and we've seen consignment shops go under after not paying their consignees money. Yeah, like I said, it's not just the Urban Necessities thing, and I don't know if Jay-Z Lopez is on it anymore, but apparently he still may be having one foot in, one foot out. Now, this post, I can't read on here. This one's definitely the writings on it. Yeah, it won't even let me zoom in on this joint, so I'm not even going to do that, but yeah. I'm assuming people have already going in on this post. I ain't even going to go there because it probably is on his, actually, I may pull it up on Instagram just to see if I can real quick. Maybe towards the end, but I do want to make sure I get through this article, which is right there. I may pull it up. It says, as frustrations mounted, many affected users began airing their grievances publicly on social media and commenting on their posts. In one recent instance, the company allegedly deleted an Instagram post after the comment section was flooded with complaints. Well, I probably couldn't have found it anyway. There you go, right there. Allegedly deleted an Instagram post after its comment section was flooded with complaints from consignees asking where their money was. On Facebook and X, similar threads had emerged with users warning others about their experiences and telling people to get their consigned inventory back before it's too late. I don't want to sound mean or wish any bad luck, but this is screaming another legal issue maybe slowly brewing. You know what I'm saying? Easily. You know what I'm saying? It's not looking good if they don't get to the top and pay people what they're owed, you know? A crisis of trust and consignment. In the sneaker resale world, trust is everything. Consignment shops like Urban Necessities operate on the premises that sellers can identify hand over value sneakers and expect timely, secure payment once they've sold. When the system breaks down or even appears to confidence in the entire model begins to erode. So it's like a domino effect is what they're trying to say. Like once one joint is like falls, the rest of them are slowly probably about to start crumbling down, and that's when all what breaks loose. Says no official responses yet. So this is an update from Urban Necessities. Says as of now, Urban Necessities has not issued a public statement in addressing the allegations. Numerous individuals have reported emailing the company with no reply in efforts to get in contact with social media and have largely gone unanswered. Soul Retriever reached out to Urban Necessities for a comment, but we have not received a response at this time of publication. It says while these are still just allegations, the volume of complaints and the lack of communication from the company have sparked growing concern within the sneaker community. It says we'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as more information becomes available. So we will revisit this. I have a feeling this is not the end of this. Think about it. This same thing that kind of happened to this homie here at Band LA. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here and go in, but we've already kind of covered this one. Remember, and it was not just that, it was the employees. Says, remember when we covered this joint for Band LA, it says he owed consigners and employees over $75,000. Well, I wonder what Urban Necessities number is going to be looking like. You know what I'm saying? $75K is not a small piece of money. Now, if you look at this is Urban Necessities website here. I pulled it up. Ironically, they still have this up. And I just wanted to go over pretty much how this works according to them. And yes, it is. You can register for a consignment. Click here to sign up. So I do not want to sign up. It says ship your items to, and it tells you where to ship it to. It says we're not and they got this in. This is my thing right here. This should be in big bold letters right here. But it says we are not processing any in-store pickups until further notice. If you would like to request an item back, log into your account and submit a return request for ship back. So that right there lets me know that's already probably not, you don't want to go there and consign. But there are a lot of people who buy a lot of shoes and do their own, selling and consignment through them and everything. But it says Urban Necessities only accepts brand new items. I wonder where this came from. This is a part of their consignment process. I wonder who started this whole chain of event. Remember that? You know what I'm saying? Like where people used to say, nah, we don't do the used stuff, or nah, we do both. Nah, they only do new now, right? Where we at? Long Beach says, I do not want to sign up. Nah, I don't, bro. I don't. Would you? That's my thing. Kwame says, stadium prices. Wow, I don't know who buys there. Yeah, you talking about stadium goods. Yeah, I don't know who's copped there either, man. But, I mean, somehow they're keeping the doors open. It says add items to your dashboard at unconsignment.com. Interesting. It says ship your items to us with the mail carrier of your choice. We recommend ensuring and requiring signature confirmation of your packages. Yeah, because if you don't have that, and even though it says it's been shipped there, if you don't have nobody sign for it, then, I mean, how are you going to get your money back? You're already in the hole if you don't do that. This already sounds like a risky business to me. Even if you do it, it sounds exhausting. It says add your tracking number to your system after submitting your items. This is my thing. If the seller got to do all this themselves, you guys this already makes me feel like y'all system ain't up to date, where, to be honest, it should have it where you take a picture, upload all your shit, and you get a label from them, kind of like how eBay does, right? To be honest, this is the best thing about, and I hate to compare it to eBay. Whenever you sell an item on eBay, once you pay for the shipping and do all that, it automatically adds a tracking to it, lets you know and the seller know, and it keeps everybody informed. It lets me know, like, especially whenever it goes to the authentication process, it lets me know that it's arrived to the authenticator. Like, this is my thing. eBay is showing you that it can be set up like that. These guys got you doing everything your damn self. And again, they just put recommend. They didn't say you had to do it. You know what I mean? Says be sure to include the printed box ID in every package that we ship. Each package is its own batch. Please limit each batch in your dashboard to what can fit into one ship box. Example, if you have a box large enough to just fit 9 pairs of shoes, those items should be in the same batch, and you should start a new batch for the next shipment. See, it's too many rules for me already, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It says, please note that the consignment shipments we receive where items are not already in your dashboard and do not have a printed ID will lose its place in priority of when the process them for intake. Sending goods to us that are unaccounted for places risk on your value product and creates a bottlenecks in the consignment process. Well, I guess that's where we're at. Maybe that's what the sellers did. Maybe they didn't do all these recommendations that they said to do. Urban Necessities is not liable for any missing shipments that do not include signature confirmation. We also recommend including insurance on all shipments. Says all items returned back to the seller will include signature confirmation and insurance and the shipping quote. So we got a lot to think about this. So pretty much that's the terms on this joint right here, man. So if you think about this, it's a lot that goes into this that I'm not really impressed with. If you think about it, have terms of payment. So here's the payout joint right here. And let me see if I can get it just right, because I do kind of got my camera blocking it. But let me see if I can actually read this part. Terms of payment says payment amount. It says for each item submitted to Urban Necessities for the consignment, you shall select the payout amount to be distributed to your following sales of product. Note that any cleaning, look, this is the part that bothered me too earlier when I glanced at this shit. This is Urban Necessities right here. It says note that any cleaning, storage, banking, or other fees in connection with your item, collectively referred to as consignment fees, shall be deducted from your payout amount upon the sale of products. Alternatively, if your item is returned to you, all consignment fees shall become due and payable upon pickup or Urban Necessities shipment or the item of your return address. So if you, wow. So case in point, if I'm reading this correctly, if you are requesting your stuff back, and it's been sitting there for a while, like they're charging like a holding fee, like for them having it there, like under consignment fees. So it just may be they are falling behind because they got all these damn rules, dog. Wow, that's crazy. The cleaning fee. It says any item submitted for consignment may require a cleaning before being placed in Urban Necessities sales floor. If Urban Necessities determines that your items requires cleaning, a fee at least $15 shall be accessed to you for the avoidance of the doubt. The cleaning fee may exceed $15 depending on the condition of the item. So this is my thing. Why is there a cleaning fee if everything is being shipped is supposed to be brand new? You know what I'm saying? Why are you charging a consignment that? This is my thing. I don't think I could do it, bro. And then they got the storage fees. Now, here's the thing that I also wanted to cover too before we transition on to the next topic real quick. But it says, for each 30-day period in which your item remains in Urban Necessities inventory, Urban Necessities charges a $2 storage fee. Wow. Did y'all get that? So think about this. If you consign with Urban Necessities, you ship them the shoe. If it hasn't sold in 30 days, you're being charged $2. Says the first storage fee shall be accessed on the 30th day in which your item in Urban Necessities inventory. Says thereafter an additional storage fee shall be accessed every 30 days until your item is either sold or returned to you. Wow. Would you guys really not picking on? And it's not just Urban Necessity that does this stuff. Any people that kind of do this, because I mean, I get it. They don't can't have the stuff there. So, and then they try to break it down as like this is easy as 1, 2, 3. Register, submit your shoe for sale, ship or drop off. Bro, I don't know. I don't know. Not for me. It's not for me. Let me put myself back on the main. Like, bro, that is too much. You know, like to me, like think about this. What I like about having my stuff here, like I sold a white cement, the person didn't pay. I relisted the item. I haven't lost a dime yet. You know what I'm saying? And because I ain't charging myself no holding fee. You know what I mean? Wow. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Let's see. Divine Photo says, where we at real quick? This is why you don't shop at these consignments, either retail or bust. I mean, the resale shops are needed, but they do some shady businesses, man. And that's, I mean, I'm not saying it's shady because I think they all kind of do this, but wow. Just makes you think, don't it? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Where we at, Devon says, it's okay to pay resale if it's 20 or 50 over retail. I can understand that. I mean, it come with the game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their magic number, but I can't, you know, now the resale business now, they're nickeling and diming the people that help in keeping their inventory. Because at the end of the day, if everybody got their stuff back, you ain't gonna have nothing to sell, you know? Let me transition on to the next topic for like the last 10 minutes, and then we will wrap things up here for the night. Coming up on that hour mark. So that was a very interesting one. I know we'll definitely have more to come on the Urban Necessity story right here. But here we go right here. It says, even before Trump's tariffs, rising products costs, and China shifted to the sourcing landscape. So this just come out June 13th, and then we'll probably cover the Vietnam story probably next live because I see them coming up pressed for time. But it says President Donald Trump's moves are spurring companies to move more products out of China, but rising costs aren't new. So they're saying that these stuff was going to happen regardless, right? It says 10 years ago when footwear news turned 70, the product shifted away from China was underway. China's escalating commodity prices and wages, as well as environmental concerns and shipping headaches, were leading factors to Foot News reported. But change can be difficult, and China is still a huge force when it comes to footwear production. According to the data of the American Apparel and Footwear Association, 61.9% of all shoe imports come from China. You know what I'm saying? That lets you know right there. Followed by 21% hail from Vietnam, Indonesia 6.9%, and Cambodia 3.9%, and India 1.3% around the top 5 shoe importers for the U.S. So again, that's why these tariffs and stuff are all important, because at the end of the day, it's still gonna be on the little guy, whether you want to hit it or not. You know, whether you want to accept it or not. Long Beach says facts. Polo, appreciate that. Says when an tariff supporter took office for his first term in 2017, I'm assuming they're talking about Trump here, increasing tariffs was a goal high on his agenda. He made it happen in 2019, fueling companies to further diversify their manufacturing strategies, but they still relied heavily on China. A year later, the world shut down during the you-know-what pandemic. You know, I don't think YouTube like us using that word for whatever reason. And U.S. footwear partners were left reeling again. It says Trump's successor, Joe Biden, largely left China tariffs policy intact. And when Trump charged back into town for his second term, he implemented new tariff rates, including skyrocketing reputable tariffs on the ever-trending partner. Most countries received a retrieve once Trump decided to pause the hikes for 90 days. So they're saying like most of the guys retreat, like, you know, they retreated and they're like, all right, we're going to make a deal. But China's not the one. I think there are rumors is they're supposed to be one, but it's not really nothing set in stone yet. It says, but the trade war between the U.S. and China depended on when 145% radical tariffs went ahead. And yet another twist and turn, a temporary deal was struck on May 12th that would reduce tariffs on China's imports to 30% during a 90-day freeze period that will allow both sides more time to strike a deal. So they got like a 90-day deal is what I'm getting from it, but more to come on it for sure. Says the U.S. has been holding talks with the other countries trying to negotiate new trade deals. It is expected to continue with trade talks with Vietnam later this month, while a new bilateral trade agreement with the UK is expected to be signed on. And Following a marathon round of trade talks between the U.S. and China, the two reached an outline for a new trade deal that would set the duty rate at 55%. That agreement, when finalized, still needs to be signed by Trump and China's president, then have until August 10th to fine tune the deal terms. So we got all the way until August into this stuff too, man. I'm gonna read a little bit more on this, and then we're gonna talk upcoming sneaker releases. Probably will pick back up on some of this on Wednesday, depending on what the topics are on that one too. It says where we at, but the temporary move came after some companies, including Steve Madden and Wolverine, had already moved aggressively out of China. The number one concern is cost. Matt Priest, Chief Executive Officer of the Footwear Distributors and Retailers of America, told Footwear News in April, the question for some of the members is, how do we stay in business? How do we stay profitable in any kind of environment? Paul Forgo, president and footwear brands Jack Urban and Ace Marks, believes Brazil and Mexico have more opportunity to become bigger production hubs, joining Italy, Portugal, and Spain. The European markets have the most complete plug-and-play footwear manufacturing infrastructures is the word I'm looking for. Although they remain somewhat dependent on China for components, he said. So, I mean, I don't think you can get China out of the equation no matter how you slice it and dice it, man. It's going to be a real tough one. And China knows their worth, too. You know what I mean? They know what they bring to the table. Kwame says, I definitely paid some steep resale before Divine. Luckily, the market is chilling. This is true. Where we at real quick? Fuego said brands have already had some presence in their areas, might be able to shift more work to them, although even he noted that these countries can absorb the volume needed for the mass market. And for all of Trump's talk about the revitalizing America's manufacturing sector, most insiders agree that never going to happen given the complexities and the cost of making footwear. So yeah, because Trump has been saying that just bring it over here to America, we'll do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to cost the companies probably a lot more money to get it over here. You know what I'm saying? And get it made over here and get it produced over here. You know how it goes, man. People over here, they have the same work ethic? Will they work for the same amount compared to, an individual that works in China? You know? I can't say it no other way. It sounds ugly, though. It says the footwear ecosystem doesn't really exist here. It's hard to build out of our supply chains. Pepper Howard, CEO of Oka Brands, formerly known as Okabashi, told Foot News last year the company produces its own footwear in its factory in Balfour, Georgia, which that's GA, Georgia, and it's also manufactures shoes for other brands via the sustainable closed loop system. Everybody's interested in U.S. manufacturing, but very few people are fully committed to it or have solid justifications for making investments there, said Howard. So again, I'm going to close out on this article real quick because we're almost there. And then we'll wrap it up, and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases here. Where we at real quick? Looks like we got Troll McGetting in the building. I'm not going to lie, homie. I was just thinking about, man, how the tables are turned, man, because it's very interesting. I ain't even read your comment yet. It says, you ain't involved in a scandal every 3 years or so. This is right in time. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised at all. And like I said, this also happened with his buddy that is, the owner of Band LA, which I don't even think that store is open anymore. I've always said birds of a feather flocks together. And I don't know if you've been keeping up with any of the news that I've been putting out, Troll. But ironically, the shoe surgeon owns a percentage of Urban Necessities now. Right? So again, and he's getting sued out the wazoo too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised. Kwame says, word after these paychecks, there are a few I'm looking back at now. Okay, cool. That's what's up. Long Beach says, salutes to Troll. Yes, sir, man. The legend. You know what I'm saying? Definitely makes still the best content, even if I haven't seen any of it in a while, man. Let's see. Long Beach says, where that one Troll says, not gonna lie, I've been working hard as hell and been off YouTube for a while, but I heard about the shoe surgeon thing. Most definitely. It's all good, bro. I get it. Things have definitely changed, especially this year. We all been grinding. I'm going to read the last part of this article, and then I'm going to wrap things up here for upcoming sneaker releases, man. Appreciate y'all for being active in the chat, too. It says, there have been pockets of activity in the sector, and notable names like New Balance, Allen Edmonds, and Red Wing, and producing some styles here. Still, the reality is that it's been more half of a century since the U.S. has had a firm foothold in production, and the decline of the American sector is a storyline Footnotes has been documenting for most of its existence. By the late 1960s, imports were rising dramatically from the Korea and Taiwan, and later from China and Indonesia, followed by Vietnam and the Dominican Republic. The Commerce Department warned the U.S. manufacturers in 1971 that they needed to automate or die. And that's literally the words in the article, not me. Agency officials told Footnews that the U.S. firms wouldn't be able to compensate for the large and growing differential between the wages and the foreign suppliers. So, case in point, just getting stuff made over here, it costs more. You're going to have to pay your people more. And, you know, they're going to want raises. So, I guess that's why a lot of this probably went over to China then. It says in 1998, President Jimmy Carter granted China most favored nation status, a move that gave the country's imports normal tariff treatment. When Ronald Reagan became president a year later, his administration began lifting many of the trade restrictions that had been imposed against China because of its communist government. American companies could no longer compete with China's lower cost structure, which helped by the Chinese government's proactively to provide subsidies to the growth in manufacturing base. So yeah, that's how it pretty much, if you think about it, this is kind of like in a nutshell, why a lot of our stuff end up getting made over there anyway. It says by the late 1990s, domestic manufacturing became nearly obsolete, and the issue was not over how much production was moving offshore, but more on how to improve working conditions. Despite these challenges and more recent obstacles like COVID, didn't want to say that on YouTube, but oh well, China continued to continue to reign for decades and remains the biggest exporter of shoes to America by far. But will Trump's latest moves finally be the tipping point? It's the billion-dollar question that no one can answer. Exactly, bro. Exactly. We'll see how it goes. We're going to see how it goes, for sure, for sure. Let me hit the last part of the chat, and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases, man, and we'll wrap things up here for the night. Where we at real quick? Let's see. Where we at? Long Beach says, everybody is getting sued. This is true. Troll McGinn says, Disney needs to take them off the show they did with Joe Goldblum. I don't remember. I don't even think I was keeping up with that. That's why I sounded a little lost when I read that one. It says both UN and Shoe Surgeon appeared in the first episode. Oh, I didn't know that. I got to look that up. I need to check it out. Devon says, did you read my other comment? No, because it shows it got deleted on my end. No, I didn't get a chance to read it, dog. My bad. It shows it got deleted. I think if I go back up, it says better enjoy it while it lasts before it starts going back up, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Oh, no, I think the ones up here. Hold up. Yeah, my bad. I missed yours. I did. I see them up here, though. My bad. Where we at? You said, fact, Kwame, it's a great time to be a sneakerhead and cop shoes. We always want it for a good price. Better enjoy it while it lasts before all the starts going back up. This is true. My bad. I missed that one. My bad, homie. My bad. Let's talk upcoming sneaker releases, and then we'll wrap things up here for the night. Only thing I got on my radar really right now, I think for this month, Great Fives are coming. I'm on the fence about them. Not really impressed about them. I think we're also hearing the Gammas reportedly still coming at the end in December, but that's a little ways away. But if we just focus on this month, and if I look what I got on the sneakers app, I'm going to put myself back on the main screen too. I think this month could just be like a nice chill month, man. I know a lot of us, even some of the sneakerheads I was talking to at work, man, we may just be chilling right now this month, man. And I'm not really mad about that. You know what I'm saying? Save a few bucks for the piggy bank. But yeah, I did read your comment. My bad, Devon. Let's see. Devon says the Great Fives, which will probably sit. Yeah, they probably won't sell out. And those Ferrari 14s, they actually moved. I'm surprised. You know what I'm saying? But that's actually, I was gonna go for them, but then I was like, bro, I'm not gonna rock them. But I do like them though. You know what I'm saying? It didn't do nothing but make me really want the last shot 14s. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully those come back sometime. Long Beach says, great vibes are around the corner. This is true. Great vibes are around the corner. We'll see how they do. I'm on the fence about them. I've had them before, and I think my pair was a 2013 pair. I wasn't really rocking them like that. I sold them. So my thing is this. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do that. I do see that they have the triple white foam posits. And then let's see, looks like they loaded up a few more other things here. I think I seen the Kobe Air Force One. Yeah, they got that Protro Kobe Air Force One. If I'm not mistaken, that's supposed to be coming up here June 24th. Yep. Yeah, and that's the major ones that I've seen right now for this month. Where we at real quick? Let's see. Devon says, I do prefer the black and white 14s. Interesting. I like those candy cane joints too, the white and red joints. I forgot what those are called, but I like those as well. And even though when they came out, I didn't get them though. Where we at real quick? Long Beach says those 14s was limited. From everything I've heard from stores, yeah, all the store sites that I went to check and see if any of them were available, they were not. They were all sold out. Exactly. Long Beach says 14s are butt cheeks. I'm not gonna say that. They're not. That's your opinion. I'm going to say this. They are comfortable, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say they're comfortable. I'm not going to call them complete butt cheeks, but, and this is coming from a person who don't have any 14s in his collection right now. I'm just selective with them. That's all. That's all. Devon says, and even the Laney 14s. Okay, gotcha. 14s, 9s, and 6 are hood classic shoes. This is true. Definitely the 9s for sure. 6s for sure. 14s, yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, that's a fair statement. That's a fair statement. But let's just wrap things up here for tonight. I've been on this joint for an hour and 6 minutes, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through and being active in the chat. Really means a lot. Troll, ironically, I still listen to your album. You had put out some I want to say it's been a couple years now. Some of the songs on there I really rock with. I listen to some of them for the gym. For sure. So I definitely like that song. I forgot which particular song it is, but yeah, I definitely just wanted to throw that out there. Good hearing from you as always, and everybody that's been active in the chat, man. So pretty much, I've been on this joint for an hour and 7 minutes. Y'all definitely smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday coming up right around the corner, man. But pretty much this is sold out. Sign up for that sold out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. It is free to sign up. Where of course we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section. You name it. Tonight we covered the more tariff talks for sure. The urban necessities. That's what's going on. And I guess definitely good luck to Brandon Dunne and his new his new job role. I'm sure that it's not going to be a complex, but that guy is super chill. I'm pretty sure where he is, he's definitely thought and made the moves on that one. Troll again says, those 14s are so bad to me. You talking about the Ferraris, the red joints? They definitely are a little different, but the thing is, Troll, when it did come out, not just like today, but last time it came out, it's a hood. It's like Divine is saying, it's kind of a hood thing. I mean, not to be stereotypical, and I can say that, but it's a hood classic sneaker, and it's particularly this colorway, and red is gonna really move, especially in the hood, man. I'm pretty sure if I would have put in some footwork, I could have got them, but I'm just like, bro, I'm not gonna rock them like that. I know I wasn't gonna rock them like that, but yeah. Everybody got their opinions on them, though. 14s are so bad to me. And you're just probably talking in general, though. But I will say this. 14s, and I'm going to end it on this note. 14s is a comfortable shoe. And I don't have any 14s like I was just telling Long Beach. I had some. It's a super comfortable shoe, though. I will say that. It is definitely for the hood, though. But I'll be back live again on Monday with Music Monday, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love. Y'all definitely smash that like button for the kid and sub up. And yeah, I'll see you guys again on Monday. And I am officially out this thing, man. Peace.
remember. Good enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Good enough I can remember. Good enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember.